welcome once again. It's Charlie here from Hamilton in New Zealand, and great to be with you today. Well, I'm not on my morning walk, but I'm actually on my just after lunch walk, and so I thought I'd better get cracking and get back into my walk today. And so today I wanted to share with you about forgiveness, you know. So of course I heard a story yesterday about one guy who owed he owed a lot of money to one person, and that one person said, well, look, you owe me this money, so I want that money paid back to me. And the guy said, well, look, I owe so much that, you know, be patient with me, and, you know, I will pay back all that I owe you. But anyway, the guy that was owed money to ended up saying to him, because he felt compassion, because he actually was owed a lot of money, 10,000 talents that it was called back then. And in today's market, that would be about 30 pounds of silver that it would take 6,000 men to carry 30 pounds of silver, and that was the debt that was owed. But anyway, the guy that was owed a lot of debt felt compassion upon the guy that owed him money. So he said, well, look, don't worry about paying back that debt, because, you know, it's going to take you 1,000 years to be able to pay that back to me, and over 6,000 men to carry, you know, what you owe me if you're going to pay me back in silver. So anyway, the guy that was owed a lot of money forgave him and cleared him of his debt, and he was happy to do that. Now, the guy that owed the money and was freed from all this debt, he went off, and then he seen some people that owed him money. And what he did, he went up to, in the story, he went up to one of these guys that owed him some money, and actually grabbed them by the shirt, and actually pinned them up against the wall and said, all this, you owe me some money, which was about 100 pieces of silver, which wasn't a whole lot, you know. But did he need the money? No, because he was already being released from his debt. But he didn't have compassion upon that other person, and wanted him to pay his money back. And because the guy said, please have patience with me, I'll pay all that I owe, but he wasn't patient with him. So he got the police and ended up putting the guy that owed him money in prison. Anyway, you know, this guy who owed money to the first guy, you know, heard about this, and he said, so he went to see him and he said, why did you do that? You know, when I forgave you for the debt that you owed me, and yet you wouldn't do the same thing for somebody else, you know? And so I guess what I'm trying to share with you this morning is that forgiveness comes from the heart. It's for, you know, when somebody has done you some wrong, because whether they owe you money, whether they owe you apologies, you know, for something they might have said and done, forgive them. You know, even if, what I've found, even if you went to them and they didn't accept your forgiveness, then that isn't your problem anymore. It now becomes their problem. And so forgiveness is huge, because it sets you free from the bondage that you were in. So forgive, but forgive with the intent of not having to get back. So give from the heart. Because when you do that, then you're doing it with the right intention. And then you're going to feel so much better when you do it. And who cares if the other person doesn't accept your forgiveness? At least when you depart ways, you can feel good about who you are. And you did the right thing. Okay, so even if somebody owed you such a big debt, forgive them. I've had that situation in my own life where I've actually owed people some money and got to the stage where I was able to pay them back, but you know, they didn't bother me about it. They forgave me for that. And I found myself in the same position where somebody owed me some money, where I had to remember that, you know, what was done for me, I can do for somebody else. So to be able to release people from their debt is such a great feeling. You know, you get back a lot more than what you've given. So this is Charlie here from Hamilton in New Zealand saying take care, be well, God bless. I hope that's been of value to you, and be awesome. Okay, bye for now.